Hi, welcome to the Lux Living. This is Tia. We have energetic healer Khadin with us again, and we are continuing our talk on color therapy. So, how are you today, Khadin?
I'm great. How are you, Tia?
That's good. I'm good.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Okay. Some say that just looking or thinking about a color can have certain effect on you. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. So think about when you walk into a room and you walk in and you feel really comfortable in that space. Or you walk into another room and you don't necessarily, you have this instant reaction, oh, those colours are dreadful.
It has happened to me when we were buying a house, looking at houses, and
Exactly.
some houses just put me off while I was attracted to others.
That's right. And that's why most houses, when you sell them, people paint them neutral. So people have a neutral reaction to them. Because we all have an unconscious reaction to colours that we see around us, whether it's in branding, in homes, in clothes that we wear. And if you think from a branding perspective, particularly in regards to food, because everyone can relate to food, if you think about takeaway places like McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Red Rooster, what colour do they all use in their advertising?
Red.
Red, exactly.
My favorite color.
Do you know why they use red?
Is it because it's very strong and sort of appeals to people?
It's because it stimulates your appetite and creates action.
That's interesting to me.
Red's an action colour. Think of what colour's the fastest. It's red colours, yeah?
Probably associated with speed.
Yeah. So we have instant reaction to colour. Is it the same for everybody? No, it's not. There's an overall branching of colour psychology that we draw upon if we're doing colour branding, which is what I draw upon for colour branding when I do that for people. But then we all personally relate differently to colour based on our culture, our upbringing, our experiences, our personal preferences. We'll all react differently. And it's all mostly unconscious.
When it comes to a business or a company, do you reckon the employees have an effect as well, depending on the company colours or the logo, and not just the customers?
What colours the employees are wearing when they're working with customers, do you mean?
What I mean is like when they're working
Yeah.
at a company, like
Yeah.
will they have a reaction to the colours the company uses? Like it could be logo, letterheads,
Yes.
displays in the office.
That's right. We react differently to any colours around us. So from the clothes that we're wearing, to the clothes we have in our working, to the colours we have in our working environment, to the colours we have in our client space, they would probably be different colours that we would actually want, because we would respond differently. In our working space, generally we want it to be a stimulating space where we can think clearly and do things clearly. In a client space, we might want them to feel relaxed, so you'd have different colours. The colours you're wearing will impact how people perceive you. If you're wearing a lot of greys, for example, it's not a really positive colour to use in business.
They'll probably perceive you as, I don't know, a depressed person or a dull person.
Dull,
gloomy.
unimaginative. But on a colour
Boring.
psychology point of view, it's neither black nor white. It's neither here nor there. So it portrays on an unconscious level. You can't make a decision. You're not reliable. So you're not reliable by having a royal blue to convey that.
Blue probably projects more confidence.
Yeah, and depending on the type of blue. But grey is very, it doesn't say anything about you, really. And it doesn't engage people. So you wouldn't have that in a business. So the colours that we wear are really important.
Right. Can colour therapy be used on kids and animals as well?
Oh, of course. Yeah, so we can use it in a variety of ways. So with animals, when I've used it with animals, I typically would use, say, my colour torch. Can I show it to you?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Love to.
So this is one of my tools that I use in my practice. It's called a colour torch. It's very simple to use. You have the torch, obviously. You have a quartz crystal set in copper, because copper conducts. The quartz crystal amplifies energy. So, for example, your watch, it won't run if it doesn't have quartz crystal in it. It relies on quartz crystal. So what we do is we put the colour filter in between the torch and the crystal, and then suddenly we have a colour, we have a light frequency to use for healing. So this I can use on pets, kids, adults, it doesn't matter.
Is it for physical healing, mental healing, or both?
Both. Yeah. So typically in a treatment, people sometimes can feel the different colours. Different colours will feel warm or cool, or like a cool breeze. Some people will get emotional releases during the session. It's different for everybody. But certainly you can use that for kids and for pets.
So you'd focus that light on the skin, or how does it work?
Yeah, you can focus it, depending on the treatment, you can focus it just on the feet if you're doing, say, reflexology. Otherwise, I tend to use it through the whole body.
Right.
Yeah. Or you can use it on specific areas where people are having problems. But generally I treat the whole body. The whole body because we're a whole person.
What if it's just a mental problem? Like, for example, there's a kid who have gone through trauma. Do you still use it on the whole body for a psychological problem? Or
Totally.
Is there any part you target, like the heart or no?
No.
The whole body. Okay.
We target the whole body because when we go into a trauma response, it impacts the whole body. The whole body will freeze, and when we have a trauma response, and so I would always work on the whole body when I use colour therapy.
Great.
And even with children, you can help them explore how they emotionally relate to colour. Certainly, one of the people who attended my workshop, she went home and she tested it on her kids and found out what colours to have in their bedrooms based on what colours make them happy.
Different.
Exactly, every kid is different because they're all different. So all the principles that I use on adults can be still used on children. And children are really receptive to colour. They really know what colours they like. They love colour. It's just a part of our society that, you know, particularly with boys, we often tell them, oh no, you can't be so colourful.
We often stereotype them, like blue
That's
is for
right.
boys, pink is for girls.
Well, that's right. And often boys' clothes are just red and blues when you go to buy them. But kind of energetically they cancel each other out because red increases your blood pressure and blue decreases your blood pressure.
They sort of balance it.
So energetically they cancel each other out. They don't actually do much therapeutically, that colour combination for boys. So yeah, you can use that in kids.
Right.
And even colour breathing and meditation you can do with kids. It's really easy.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there'll ever be a medical breakthrough that will scientifically prove that colours have therapeutic value?
There's already information out there that colours have therapeutic value. I mean, some hospitals now consult colour therapists to build a colour story for what colours to have in hospitals. Hospitals have less just white walls now. Most hospitals have some colour to their walls for that reason. And if we look historically, even ancient Egyptian times, in tombs they would have light shining through a crystal at a certain time of day that would shine onto the healing platform, and it would shine colours onto people. And if we look at other ancient cultures, whether it be in Chinese cultures or in more Indian cultures or Native American cultures or any tribal cultures, that colour is very important to them. So it has been used for thousands of years, colour. And does science use it? They do to different degrees. Think of infrared therapy, that's using red and using heat. In countries where they have high levels of depression due to having not enough sunlight, they use light therapy. And the light therapy is essentially colour, because when we look at light, when we split the light beam, whether it's through a prism or like in a rainbow, it splits into all the colours which are naturally in that light.
So you believe it really works, it's not just a placebo effect?
No, it's not just a placebo effect. It can partly be a placebo effect, because if you look at any trial for a medical type of medication, sometimes the placebo is just as effective as the actual medication. Sometimes it's more effective than the actual medication, the placebo effect. However, when we respond to colour, we respond at an unconscious level, more than a conscious level. So in that sense, it's not a placebo, because we don't walk in a room thinking, oh, how's this colour going to affect me today? It's different to taking a tablet and thinking, oh, this tablet's really going to make a difference for me.
Color is more unconscious or involuntary. You don't
It's
really think about it.
unconscious.
This sort of state of access.
It's unconscious until you make it conscious. Until you become aware of how you personally respond to colour and how you're going to use it in your life, whether it's around your home to create an environment you want, the colours you wear, doing colour breathing exercises when you're feeling a bit down, or to just harmonise yourself in meditation with this colour.
That's it for today. It's lovely having you.
Thank you, Tia. Been great to be here.
Same here, and see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for watching.